Hey guys, how's it going? I'm officially back in Canada now. Yeah, I'm just in my house, just chilling these days, not doing much. It's kind of weird being back. So I've been back for a couple of weeks now, and I thought I would talk a little bit about how it was like to readjust to my country and talk a little bit about reverse culture shock. So for those who have gone abroad or are going abroad, this might be interesting for you guys. These are just some of the things I experienced. Not everyone experiences these things, but just give you my story. The first week coming back home was definitely probably the hardest week for me. So I was in Japan for 10 months and it was amazing. So coming back home and feeling like all those months abroad were like a dream was kind of heartbreaking for me. So basically when I first got home, I just cried. I think I cried almost every day the first week. I was only crying because I just felt so sad for having left all my friends behind, and also because the adventure was over. I mean, I'd lived my dream and now what, right? But after that first week, I felt much better. I started to readjust back home, back to real life. And actually it didn't take long for me to adjust either. I mean, it was really easy to get back into routine and just pick up from where I left off. When I first got home, I felt like things were just going back to normal way too fast. Like I said before, it felt like the entire exchange was a dream. Like it was just over and then it felt like it never happened. So that was really sad for me because I did not want to forget all the memories. But after a while I started getting used to it, and I mean, even though it's over, it'll still forever be in my mind. I mean, doesn't mean that my adventure has to stop there, right? And I could always go back to Japan. As for culture shock, so when I first arrived in Canada, the first thing I realized was that people are actually much ruder here in Canada. And we are actually known to be very polite, right? But we are not as polite as the Japanese. Definitely. I mean, we don't greet each other as nicely, we don't say thank you as much, I think. So I was just so used to the Japanese way of being super polite that even for Canadians, we're not polite enough. That's what I believe. Other reverse culture shock things that I experienced would be me constantly bowing. I can't stop bowing. I just got so used to it in Japan, and now being here in Canada, I look like an idiot because I keep bowing when I say thank you, when I enter a room, when I'm apologizing. So people probably think I'm crazy, but I can't help it. I feel like I'm being rude if I don't do it. So, I mean, they're just gonna have to get used to it. Another thing that I found weird when I came to Canada was that there were so many English-speaking people and French-speaking people too. I hadn't spoken much French when I was in Japan, obviously, because no one there really speaks French. So it was really nice to hear French again because I speak French. I grew up in a half French household, so. But yeah, I'd gotten really rusty, so having to speak French again made me like, oh goodness, okay, I have to get back into that. And yes, just seeing that I could read everything and understand everything, and I could communicate easily now. I don't have to stress about what to say in Japanese anymore. So yeah, that was kind of a culture shock as well. Speaking of the Japanese, I continue to say Japanese words. So the other day, I definitely, by mistake, just totally said sumimasen to someone at a store. I bumped into them and then sumimasen just came out of my mouth. And then I don't know if they really understood what I said, probably not, but yeah, that was a total reflex. I still have the habit of saying a whole bunch of random Japanese words throughout the day, whether it's like oyasumi or like yahoo or anything like that, or just like sumimasen, arigatou gozaimasu. All those words, I can't stop saying them. I mean, I got so used to saying them and I really loved saying them too. I mean, I didn't speak much Japanese when I was in Japan, but I still use these words all the time, so it just became part of my daily vocabulary. So it's gonna be hard to get out of that habit for sure, but I think I better try because people are really gonna think I'm crazy or just a major weeb. So other culture shock things that I experienced would be going to the restaurant and having to pay tip. Oh, yeah, I'm not used to that anymore. It's so bad. I loved how in Japan, how the food was so cheap. at restaurants I mean, and then you didn't have to pay tip. That was amazing. So going out to dinner or lunch in Canada, just expect to pay way more than you originally want to pay. So yeah, that's kind of sad. I'm definitely not going to go out to eat as much as I used to in Japan, that's for sure. So other things you can expect from coming back from abroad would be being sick for a good week, and jet lag as well. So I experienced pretty bad jet lag. I mean, I still wake up super early, like at 4 or 5 a.m. every morning, and it's been 2 weeks. And also I go to bed pretty early too. So yeah, during my first week, all I did was basically sleep. Sleep and eat, that's it. Also, adjusting to your home country's food is also a challenge as well, because I mean, back in Japan, I didn't eat many vegetables or much fiber. And yeah, being back here, my stomach is like, oh, whoa, what is with all this good food? So you might feel a little bit uncomfortable just digesting all that good food again. But not saying that Japanese food is bad, of course not. I'm just eating a little bit healthier here. But yes, as for the jet lag, yes, it might take a while to get over, but don't worry, I mean, you'll get over it soon. I hope I will too. And yes, in my second week, I got super sick. I got a cold and it lasted a while, and I'm still actually recovering from it. My nose is really stuffy right now, so I don't know if you could tell or not, but yeah, it's hard for me to breathe through my nose still. So yes, ever since I got home, I've had some ups and downs, but recently, especially in the second week, I felt pretty good. I'm actually really happy to be home now, and it's nice to see my family, my dog, my friends, and it's good to be home. I'm reunited with my piano as well, so I'm really happy about that. And it's just making me realize that I'm ready for my next adventure now. So hopefully I could return to Japan soon, or even go to a different country. I would love to travel all over the world, so I just need to make money first. I'm determined to do more things, go on more adventures, and of course I'll be showing you guys around Canada as well, so stay tuned for those videos. So yeah, those are things that typically happen after coming back from abroad, but yes, it's not so bad. So I'd love to hear your stories for those who went abroad as well, and if you had any similar experiences as I did. So I hope you guys found this video interesting. I'll be doing more videos in Canada, so stay tuned for that, like I said. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye!